It is now time for the Midweek South Asian Person of the Year.
And to present this award, we'd like to call upon Mr. P.K. Sabharwal from Team Sabharwal, along with Mr. Yudhvir Jaswal, Group Editor and CEO of Y Media, along with Mayor of Brampton, Ms. Susan Fennell, Mayor Susan Fennell, and the next category.
Hold on. And let's also invite Navdeep Bains as well. Invite him, and we'll invite, you know what? We have a special ad before we do the next award. Can we do the ad, ma'am?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do the ad for Team Sabharwal.
Where do I go for my real estate solutions?
Go to the Real Estate Guru.
Real Estate Guru?
Yes, Remax ke PK Sabharwal. He has answers to all your questions. Make the best investment or find your dream home. Let the Sabharwal team help you find exactly what you're looking for. Yaad rahe, real estate ka koi sawal, call Team Sabharwal. 647-299-4757 or TorontoRealEstateSolutions.com.
All right, now take a look at the screen for the Midweek South Asian Person of the Year.
CIBC Midweek South Asian Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're at the 5th annual CIBC Midweek South Asian Awards. The next award on this beautiful evening is the Midweek South Asian Person of the Year. It's an honor to invite on stage for the Midweek South Asian Person of the Year, Mr. Khalid Usman.
Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman is one of the founding directors of the Canadian Federation of Intercultural Friendship. His vision for traditional Islamic humanitarianism, combined with his strong lifelong commitment to social justice, encouraged him and others to create an organization committed to bringing together all major communities in the York region on one platform. Devoting his entire life to the cause of human dignity, peace, harmony, interfaith understanding, and social justice, he has inspired others into action to support worthwhile causes. In addition to his outstanding accomplishments in his own profession, he is best known for his service and leadership of all communities in which he has lived, worked and served. An outstanding individual, an outstanding citizen and an outstanding Canadian. A business leader, pioneer and philanthropist. Gives generously of his time and financial resources to support many charitable causes within Canada as well as internationally. A model citizen and a tireless liberal activist for over 2 decades. He has personally raised well over a few $1 million for local and international charities. His other activities include organizing peace lectures and events, which eventually help in developing peace and harmony among diverse communities. Following the September 11 tragedy, he spearheaded a campaign to remove general misconceptions about the Muslim faith and ask Muslims to embrace the real teachings and spirit of Islam. He also serves as the chairman of the York Region's Peace Tree Initiatives that aims to promote the spirit of peace and togetherness among the region's multicultural mosaic. As councillor in the town of Markham, he was able to have 2 cities of Pakistan and India named in his constituency. The vision behind naming these streets as New Delhi Drive and Karachi Drive in Markham was to reflect on the brotherhood of the 2 communities living together in peace and harmony. He's received several awards including Tamga-e Khidmat, awarded by the President of Pakistan, Medal of Good Citizenship from Province of Ontario awarded by the Lieutenant Governor, Queen's Golden Jubilee Medal in 2012, the Community Service Award from the Ontario Ministry of Citizenship and Culture, the Certificate of Merit from His Excellency Mr. Rafiq Tarar, President of Pakistan, a proud family man and a father of 3 children.
Please put your hands together for Midweek South Asian Person of the Year, Mr. Khalid Usman.
CIBC Midweek South Asian Awards. CIBC
Midweek South Asian Person of the Year, Mr. Khalid Usman.
Thank you very much. And we'd like you, Mr. Usman, to say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored not only to meet so many people from South Asia who have achieved so much. In them, I stand so little. But what I really appreciate is this togetherness, this celebration. I think the mayor of Brampton has said this so many times. Even Minister Jason Kenney has talked about. Because this is the strength of community, where we all gather and we participate with each other, whether it's the floods in Pakistan, or whether it's the earthquake in India, or whether something is happening in Turkey or Italy. But when we participate as one Canadians, it makes me feel proud. And tonight, with you, all of you, like brothers and sisters, all as one, it has really moved me that what a beautiful way to celebrate each other. You know, you've been joking about your wife, right, Mr. Dheer? But I also have to admit, I've never really recognized my partner in the way which I should, because with her help, I was able to do all this. So my partner, my life partner, Dr. Abid Osman.
And before everybody leaves, we'd like to please call upon Mayor Susan Fennell to please address the gracious audience that we have here.
Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a spectacular evening we're enjoying here at the 5th Annual Midweek South Asian Awards, the CIBC 5th Annual Midweek South Asian Awards. I think I've been to every single one. When I first met Yudhvir, I was so impressed with what his vision was. And every year it gets bigger and better. I don't know how you exceed every year, but it's the place to be when this event comes forward. And you know, I want to congratulate all the award winners this evening. You're so well deserving. You sit amongst us, but we admire you and we thank you for your dedication. And to the South Asian community who has enriched Brampton beyond what anybody could have envisioned 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when Brampton was a modest town. Brampton predates Confederation, and today the 9th largest city, but we're still one family. I say we're the 9th largest small town in Canada. And the magic of Brampton is that we can live, work, play, and pray in peace because we live respectfully together as Canadians, as Bramptonians, and those of you who have not yet moved to Brampton. Just saying, if you've not yet moved to Brampton, Minister, you know, we'd love to have you move to Brampton. I always say to Minister Takar, I'm sure he spends more time in Brampton. We think he's pretty outstanding. We'd love him to just come and be part of our family in Brampton. This beautiful hotel is really in Brampton. Hazel doesn't know, but we're on a campaign to move the municipal boundary. You're moving federal boundaries. Who cares about a federal boundary, really? A boundary that matters is a boundary that assessment matters. And we'd like to move the Brampton-Mississauga boundary to, I don't know, the 401. And then you'd be in Brampton. And we get the airport back. It would straighten out everything. Everybody tries to figure out this half riding. Nav Baines, you know, had the challenge to represent half Brampton, half Mississauga. You see what happened? You can't win after. Nobody ever survives an election in a split riding. You won't have to do that again, Nav. So we're recommending to the federal government that we get really involved where it matters and move the municipal boundary of Brampton and Mississauga back to where it belongs at the 401. Who thinks that's a good idea? Then you'd be in Brampton. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a privilege to be here amongst you. It's such an honor to be the mayor of the people of the great city of Brampton. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. Thank you, folks. Thank you. We have a special ad on behalf of the CIBC.
CIBC, ranked the strongest bank in Canada and North America by Bloomberg Markets Magazine. CIBC, for what matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next category for the evening
is the CIBC Midweek South Business
South Asian Business Person of the Year male category.
Thank you for doing that.
And to present this award, we'd like to call from CIBC, Mr. Wenki Raman, District Vice President, CIBC, along with Mr. Bob Delaney, MPP, Mr. Bob Delaney, along with Yudhvir Jaswal, and
MP Vladislav Lizon, MP for
kindly,
Mississauga East Cooksville.
if you could kindly join
We
us
work
on
well
stage.
together, right? She fixed, yeah, you know, she's there for me. I'm there for you, you're there for me, buddy.
You are.
It's good. All right.
So the next category is CIBC Midweek. CIBC Midweek South Asian Business Person of the Year, male.
CIBC
Midweek South Asian Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're at the 5th Annual CIBC Midweek South Asian Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is the CIBC Midweek South Asian Business Person of the Year Male Award. May we please invite Dr. Ajay K. Virmani.
As President and CEO of Cargo Jet, Canada's largest cargo airline, this gentleman has truly defined the word entrepreneur. His numerous years in the transportation field in Canada have made him a leader in this industry, owning and managing logistics companies with revenues in excess of hundreds of millions of dollars. Migrated to Toronto in 1975, washed windows, sold life insurance, worked as a clerk, became the assistant controller of a $100 million company he was employed with, an MBA in international marketing and trade from the University of New York, promoted to Vice President of the Air Freight and International Division at Cottrell, turned around the profitability of this sailing division, gained respect and recognition. 15 years and he took a bold move and began his own company, Commercial Transport International, supplemented that by purchasing Fast Air Cargo Systems. 1995, he acquired Cottrell Transport, the company he once worked for. 1996, another acquisition, TNT Domestic. 97, acquired AOG. 99, his companies had sales in excess of $100 million, 500 employees, 12 offices, and representation in over 50 countries. Later became the president of EGL Canada, acquired stake of Canada 3000 Airlines Cargo, and from its ashes later launched the Cargojet group of companies in February 2002. He now operates 40 freighter cargo aircraft, carrying in excess of over 750,000 pounds of cargo across Canada every business night. Cargo Airline of the Year for the past 10 consecutive years, was honored with a doctorate of law from the Assumption University, becoming a doctor, and has recently introduced Boeing 757-200 extended range and two Boeing 767-200 extended range aircrafts, the first of its kind in Canada. Along with all this, he is an ardent film producer, Mr. and Mrs. Khiladi, International Khiladi, Water, Bollywood, Hollywood, and recently Breakaway.
Our ancestors wore these into battle centuries ago. This time, the battle's on ice.
Foot on the gas, hands on the wheel. Cat on my lap, cause I'm going for the kill. Drink for the nerves, smoke for the stress, but death to the haters.
You can show an entire country that you're champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the CIBC Midweek South Asian Businessman of the Year, Dr. Ajay Virmani. CIBC
Midweek South Asian Awards.
CIBC for what matters.
I would like to invite the Senior Vice President of the CIBC to please come up and say a few words. Would you please welcome Mr. Raza Hassan?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I know you are probably very eager to have dinner, so I'm going to be very quick, because by the end of this evening, I'm sure you now know more about CIBC than our 42,000 employees that we have globally. On behalf of my CIBC colleagues, many of whom are here tonight, I want to welcome you all to this event, and I hope you're enjoying it. And we are honored to be here to recognize the extraordinary achievements of South Asians Canadian with the CIBC Midweek South Asian Awards. CIBC is committed to supporting initiatives that matter to Canadians of all backgrounds, including those that celebrate the artistic, cultural, and business contributions of more than 1 million Canadians of South Asian heritage. For example, I don't have to tell this group, last year we were the presenting sponsors of IFA here in Toronto, and this was the first time that IFA was here in Canada. We also continued our involvement with IFA, and we were able to send 4 Canadians to go and enjoy IFA in Singapore, and that our relationship continues there. We are also supporting a number of initiatives in cricket. We have been very much involved in supporting cricket in Canada, and as you know, it's one of the fastest growing sports in the world and here in GTA. And tonight, we are thrilled to be here to be the title sponsor of the CIBC Midweek South Asian Awards. And on behalf of CIBC, I want to congratulate have our congratulations to all tonight's recipients. Hope you have a very good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Reza.
And now, our CIBC Midweek South Asian Business Person of the Year male, Mr. Ajay Virmani.
Thank you. Thank you so much, CIBC. I must say that when I came to Canada in 1975, I think I had a salary of $75 a week, and I got my first credit card from CIBC giving me $200 credit limit. And I still have that card. So thank you. And thank you for sponsoring tonight. Thank you for Yudhvir for putting up such a great show, and Mr. Sethi for such a grand event, and your banquet hall and your hospitality is amazing. I just want to take 1 second of your time and thank only one entity. It's not a person. I want to thank Canada for giving me this opportunity, for being here and making me, opening up the doors. And I also, Jason Kenney, who's here, Jason, your policies today, I think it'll encourage a lot more entrepreneurs for what you're doing. Keep up the great work. And keep Canada's door open to people who bring in a lot of entrepreneurship and a lot of culture, a lot of, you know what I mean. I'm out of words. I'm really thankful to this great country for opening up the doors to people like myself, and I hope they will continue to do so. Thank you so much.
We've got our final award that's going to be followed by the final performance by Kashmira Shah, and then we're going to give away special tokens to our sponsors. But while that takes place, dinner will be served. So I promised you midnight. I think I'm going to get you out by 10:40. That's my goal.
So not yet. This is the last award and a very special award. And to present this, we would like to hold on stage Mr. Raza Hassan, along with Mr. Venki Raman and Yudhvir Ji.
And it is the CIBC Midweek South Asian Diversity Award.
CIBC
Midweek South Asian Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're at the 5th Annual CIBC Midweek South Asian Awards. And may we request you to put your hands together for the CIBC Midweek South Asian Diversity Award, Mr. Jason Kenney.
Hi, this is Jason Kenney, Member of Parliament for Calgary Southeast and Minister for Citizenship, Immigration and Multiculturalism.
Born in Ontario, graduated from Notre Dame College, undergraduate studies in philosophy at the University of San Francisco, served as President and Chief Executive Officer of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, House of Commons in 1997, as Member of Parliament for Calgary Southeast, re-elected 5 times, most recently with 76% vote, former Chairman of the House of Commons Subcommittee on International Human Rights, served several prestigious positions in opposition, including Finance Critic and Deputy House Leader, Parliamentary Secretary to the Prime Minister in 2006, and Secretary of State, Multiculturalism and Canadian Identity in 2007, appointed Minister of Citizenship, Immigration and Multiculturalism in 2008. reappointed to the portfolio in 2011 and given the added responsibilities of Chairman of the Cabinet Committee on Operations and Regional Minister for Southern Alberta. Sits on 3 other cabinet committees: Planning and Priorities, National Security and Social Affairs. Voted best overall and hardest working MP by his colleagues. The National Post called him perhaps Canada's best immigration minister ever.
Well, I think this is an unfortunate case of some politicians manufacturing an issue where there really isn't one. Craig, we have members of Parliament who carry the kirpan, which is a religious symbol, and in Canada, we have a very generous approach to personal liberty and religious freedom, and this has never been a security issue. Of course, when people are getting on planes, they're expected to remove anything that might be a sharp object, but we've never had an issue in the House of Commons or, to the best of my knowledge, any of the 9 other provincial legislatures. I think this is all about symbolic politics, and I think it's really unfortunate.
It's an honor to invite on stage for the CIBC Midweek South Asian Diversity Award, Mr. Jason Kinney.
CIBC.
South Asian Awards.
CIBC, for what matters.
And along with Minister Jason Kenney, I'd like to call upon Mr. Harpreet Sethi, Chairperson for Radisson Plaza and President for Black Diamond Entertainment, along with Preet Jaswal, CFO Y Media, to join us on stage for the final award for the evening.
What a happy couple. Look at that. What a good couple. Look at that. So happy. Minister, would you like to say a few words, sir? I know you already spoke, but just a few.
Never turned down an opportunity to give a speech, Jake, right? I just want to say thank you. This isn't, I mean, it's a great honor, but it's about Canada. I just have the amazing good fortune of being the guy who gets to keep alive this country's amazing tradition of openness, of generosity, to be a land of opportunity for people from around the world. And really what we're giving expression to are just the best and truest Canadian values. My one message is, we can't take this success story for granted. We all have to work at it. We all have to make sure that there is unity in our diversity, that that equality of opportunity isn't just a slogan, but that it's a lived reality for people who come here from every corner of the world. And Yodvir, I want to thank you, Midweek, CIBC, and all of the sponsors for, as I said before, giving some profile to some quiet heroes of our society who are, right now as we speak, someone's getting off a plane from India or Pakistan or Sri Lanka down the road in Pearson, which should be in Brampton, Mayor, and they're walking up to the immigration desk, and they're filled with a mixture of anxiety and hope, optimism, but maybe just a bit of fear. They're not quite sure what their next steps are going to be, and they're not quite sure what the future holds for them in Canada. But they're going to pick up one of the newspapers. They're going to pick up Midweek, and they're going to see the pictures and the success stories that have been here on this stage tonight, and through that, they're going to believe in themselves and this country. So I want to say thank you to all of you for making this such a great country.
I would like to invite the group editor and CEO of Y Media to say a vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Jake. So I hope you guys enjoyed this evening. Did you? Thank you. The last item is still pending. We still have a wonderful entertainment by none other than Kashmira Shah. She's all set to rock the stage. But before that, I'll quickly take this opportunity to first of all thank CIBC, because without them, this event wouldn't have been possible. Let's hear it for CIBC once again. Mr. Raza Hassan and Mr. Venki, thank you very much and thanks to the entire team of CIBC. I'd like to thank all our sponsors. They've been very kind. When 6 years ago we went to them and we questioned them that this is our vision, they certainly supported us wholeheartedly. I also want to say a special thanks to Mr. Harpreet Sethi and Ginny Sethi. We can always dream about something, but there are very few who can really carry you to that dream. So please let's hear a round of applause for Mr. Harpreet Sethi and Ginny Sethi. And at the end, I'd like to once again say congratulations to all the winners today. And I hope our future generations will be inspired by their good deeds. And certainly we have their entire profiles published in Midweek. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And a special thanks to Honorable Minister of Citizenship and Immigration, Mr. Jason Kenney. Let's hear from Mr. Jason Kenney once again. We talk about Mr. Kenney every Thursday on our talk show. I don't know whether he's ever heard about that or not. But you know, honestly, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, I agree on his policies. So let's hear it once again. Thank you very much, Mr. Kenney. Hope you've had a wonderful evening. See you next year in 2013 for the 6th annual CIBC, hopefully, Midweek South Asian Awards Night. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yudhvir. And I'm sure Yudhvir wanted to thank his CFO and lovely wife, Preet Jaswal, as well. I'm sure he wanted to thank that. You write the check. You write his check, right? Exactly. And I'm sure he wanted to thank what's your name? Surbi and I as well. I'm sure you did. I'm sure we'll skip
what's your
that.
name, by the way? Oh, I totally forgot.
He doesn't even pay us, but whatever. That's okay.
We love you guys, and that's why we're here. And are we ready for the finale entertainment?
Absolutely. Would you please welcome once again, with Jadoo Entertainment and Divya Kumar's DK Bollywood Dance Pack, the amazing, wonderful Kashmira Shah.
निग्रह करूंगी भूखे शेरों से खेलूंगी मैं मक्खन जैसी हथेली पे डालते अंगारे ले लूंगी मैं हाय गहरे पानी की मछली हूँ राजा घाट घाट दरिया में घूमी हूँ मैं तेरी नजरों की लहरों से हार के आज डूबी हूँ मैं हाय चांदनी वो जलवा है देखने में हलवा है चांदनी वो जलवा है देखने में हलवा है प्यार से परोस दूंगी टूट ले जरा ये है तो ट्रेलर है पूरी फिल्म दिखाने आई हुस्न की तीले से पीड़ी फिल्म जलाने आई चिकनी उमड़ी चिकनी उमड़ी आई चिकनी उमड़ी चिकनी उमड़ी आई चिकनी जब मेरे छुप के अकेले महुआ चढ़ा के आई चिकनी जब मेरे छुप के अकेले महुआ चढ़ा के आई
Kashmira Shah, DK Bollywood Dance Pack and Jadoo Entertainment. Kashmira ji, thank you very much. Welcome to Canada.
Savachan Creation आपके लिए लाए हैं exclusive replica designer jewelry range.
A symbol of our tradition.
एहसास आपके प्यार का.
एक अटूट बंधन कि तुम बहुत ही खास हो.
A priceless gift for those special moments in life.
CIBC Creations, redefining jewelry.
A unique combination of quality and design. Visit Savachan Creation showroom, Torbram and North Park, Brampton. Phone 647-709-2650.
Yes, let's invite the CFO, Preet Jaswal, up here. The CFO of Y Media. My goodness, we can't forget her. Yes, you bet. You darn tootin' you can't.
Give him the check now. And at this point, I also want to thank the whole Y Media team who's been working very hard to put this event together.
And one last thing. Sir, excuse me. Hello.
Minister?
Yes. I don't know what your immigration rules are, yours, but as you're good looking, I agree with them all.
I'm glad you got a visa.
Thank you.
I'd like to Yudhvir Jaswalji for our, this is the time we acknowledge all our sponsors and so on. So thank you again. God bless you. Young lady, do you have anything to add?
You've said it all. I just want to thank everyone. And of course, we would like to thank our sponsors at this time.
Thank you to our lovely young ladies back here, all the Vanna Whites, and thank you for all you do. You're twins, right? Twins and friends, and thank you. All right, thank you. And I'd like to invite the entire Y Media team to please come up. That is a special request by everybody, the entire Y Media team.